Hello everybody and welcome to another Genshin Impact live stream. Have on this wonderful Sunday. Hello native. I'm having a great day and will be coming better soon to a live stream. Okay. After streaming Starry for so long yesterday, there is another Genshin stream. Hello Sinbad. You won? What did you win? Oh, the last 50-50. So you won 7 50-50s in a row or what? On Silver Wolves? Let me start the Gamba. Because we'll finally do weekly bosses. $380 pulls for E6S1. That's insane. I did 150 pulls and didn't even get a single Ash Veil last patch. One Ash Veil! That's all I wanted. But yeah, it happens sometimes. Get him! Oh, he took like no damage because of the shield. And yeah, I really regret skipping Ash Veil. I mean, the game really didn't help me out. At all. But you know, there's always a way. There's always a way if I was determined, but I wasn't determined enough. Now I regret it. So I can't wait for his rerun. You were just bold and full on the Talia banner. Saving your luck for Gilgamesh. Copium. Oh, excuse me. Can I? Here we go. Yeah, maybe I don't have such luck to get as many 5 stars and win all the 50-50s. But at least I'm lucky to have such wonderful viewers. All 3 of them. Okay, let's go here now. You're on. Time for the most engaging daily of all time. Walk up. Press T. T. And T. Maybe you should come here every time to steal my luck. At this point I'm not sure if there's anything left to steal. Oh, I need to change my gadget. I'm not getting plant seeds. But I think, because we pulled Lina before, the banner is ending soon, but I haven't pulled the weapon. I think I want to try going for the weapon after all. I just really don't want to lose to Chaska's weapon, but I mean, it is what it is if I lose to it. Maybe there is some like shred of luck left. And we're already on 37 PT. I rather had more than Skyward, probably like 20%. Do you have to get Fugue for Himeko break? For Himeko specifically, probably yeah. Because like for Firefly, for example, Fugue doesn't matter all that much. Unless you have E2. And even then on E2 it's not like you need her. But Himeko really likes the breaks themselves. So yeah, you get double the passive stacks when you have Fugue for the follow-ups, which is kinda all Himeko is about. $47. Got nothing. $57. What break team can you build with just Dahlia? Nothing really. I mean, you could play a random DPS and build them for break. I've seen like break fine on clear content before. And it's like, it's strictly worse than crit fine on, but it can clear. So you can build some random DPSs for break and do wars but clear still. And versus heavy break shield, maybe they could do like just as well as the crit version. Acheron E2S1? Maybe Acheron is power crept enough that a break version would do well. Maybe you could try? But yeah, ideally you would want to break DPS. $67? Of course you have to go to soft PT to get a freaking weapon. That is the most important member? Yeah. Can we let's get a character? Nope. Because the 4-star character returns more star glitter. $68? Come on. $69? Here we go. Oh, I really didn't want this to happen, man. Welp. That's a shame. But I guess I will go for it. Anyways. At this point. I mean, yeah. Native out of here. Oh, we got a Kirara at least. That's lucky. Cope. 20, come on, please come slightly early at the very least. Don't make me do another 70 pulls. Another character, that's good. 40? Oh my god, yeah, we are going for another 70, man. 50? Okay, character galore. 60? Okay. Yeah, this is the worst possible case, pretty much. Doesn't Dahlia already apply debuffs whenever she attacks? Ideally would give her some like... Ideally you would give her like Cypher Sig. If you have it. Lies Dance on the Breeze is a very nice one. Lot of speed, lot of death shred. Of course there is her own Sig. And that's for her. I think her skill definitely applies a debuff. Or actually does it? I'm pretty sure it does. She's an utility character after all. Or actually no, it deploys a zone. Ooh, okay. Her ult inflicts a debuff. Okay, so she doesn't. Okay, so a light con that applies debuffs would be good. But ideally, you would play her with like Silver Wolf E2, the regular Silver Wolf E2, so that like every attack applies a debuff. No matter from whom. Well, so that wasn't worth it. That wasn't worth it at all. 140 pulls. Or 140 PT, because I had some PT already. I had like 30 PT on the banner, so I did like 100 pulls. But yeah, 140 PT to get 1 Sig. Why did this guy fall off? What am I doing with the Chaska bow? Probably leaving it at level 1, to be honest. I don't have any use for it. Because it's not like I'm gonna play Chaska, because the one use case I would have for it would be to put it on Chaska if I'm playing her somewhere in the endgame over first grade magic, because it would be a stronger weapon in combat. But I'm not gonna play her in the endgame anywhere anytime soon. We even have a Chaska shield boss right now, but I would rather play Kinish over there. Okay. But at least we got there. And I don't have the mats. Tuesday, Friday, Sunday. I mean, Sunday is every mat. I guess we can get some mats for this. Also for Iluga's Ascension. What is the other tower I'm supposed to destroy, by the way? Oh yeah, over there. Because that's all the dailies. I think when pulling for Lina, at least I won the 50-50, right? And I was decently lucky when pulling for Durin. One of the Durin cons came on pretty early PT. One of the Durin cons was like 10 PT or something. Yeah, it could have been worse. Like all my recent pulls all together. Finally got Silver of 99, very nice. All it took is your sanity. Maybe not so nice. We had Baiju's birthday. Lately, a curious trend has taken hold in the streets, with people extolling the virtues of all sorts of miracle tonics. Even those who have rarely set foot in Boo Pharmacy have come to inquire about so-called elixirs of longevity. While it's always good to keep an eye on your health, I don't recommend the use of unnecessary medications. Seeing remedies when one is not ill can easily disrupt the body's workings instead. After much thought, I decided to write these patients a rather special prescription instead. Anger depresses the liver and gall, and worry burdens the spleen and stomach. Obsession gives rise to illness, while a calm mind lightens the entire body. As for a special ingredient, one might say it can be freely taken, and yet it is also worth a veritable fortune. It is a state of mind, one of serenity and ease and in harmony with nature. You travel far and wide and are bound to encounter moments that weigh on the heart and mind. I hope this prescription proves to be of some help to you as well. Go touch some grass. Is doctor's prescription. Oh, the main patch event is coming. Uniquely, it's on the second half instead of the first half. I feel like I actually prefer it this way. Like, if the patch has some nice content in it already, a bigger Archon quest or a new map expansion, I prefer it when I have time to just like take it slow, explore everything, do all the quests, and then later we have the event. Because when the event drops, right as the patch drops, and then we also have an Archon quest and a new area, it's like so many things to do, and you will be behind on something. So yeah, even second half, I like it. Better pacing of the content. Your 50-50 unit is 75%, mine is like 45. Well, at least I have a lot of Velts. At least I have Velty6. Let's go with Hara Fruit. Playing with all the Zelecons, I already have E3. Because I lost to Zele when pulling for Ashvale as well. And E4 is the real one. E4 and E6 are the good ones. The ones before that don't really matter much. Wing for Evanescia X well next phase. Pulling Evanescia when you already have Silverwolf is probably kinda low value. You can't play them both at once because they both require Yao Guang to function properly. It's fine to pick both and then you can just pick whichever fits the content better. But you won't be able to use like one in one half of Memory of Chaos and the other, or rather... Wait, Memory of Chaos, yes. You won't be able to use one in one half and the other in the other half. You play one or the other. Unless you like very heavily invest, and then you can keep the Yao, but that's not much value. E6 Zelle is a better support for your Saber team than Sunday? In what way is she even a support? City Street Lamp, okay. I mean, without Yao, she will be kinda garbage. So, yeah. I mean, if you just want Silverwolf to carry you through the endgame, while Evanescia just sits on your account looking pretty, that's fine. But don't expect any results. Not any good results, just like don't expect any results if you're gonna play her without Yao. Let's make more of these railings here. In like the very first version of her beta kit, she was like less dependent on the elation part of her kit to function, and she could have worked in more traditional teams. Even then, playing like Yao Guang was best anyways, but then they nerfed her normal numbers and buffed her elation numbers. So that now she's just an elation DPS through and through. But yeah, like, you only have one Yao, right? So you either play Silverwolf or Evanescia. Not both at the same time. I'm not saying you have to skip Evanescia, just keep that in mind as you pull, right? If you already have one of the girls between Silverwolf 99 and Evanescia, pulling the other one is terrible value. She moves with the butterfly thing, so she deals procs of damage like Robin does, and the attack frequency of E6 Saber plus DHPT is high, so her ult true damage keeps on proccing all the time, and since Robin buffs both Zelle and Saber, while sacrificing some Saber damage, with the Zelle sub DPS, the team damage is higher and you can clear faster. I mean, at this point, you probably just cut the Saber. Okay, we have some extra resin here. We want to keep 90 for the weekly bosses, but we have 80 to spend on other stuff. So should I level up the Linastic first? Or the Iluga Ascension? I already farmed some of his mats, so they wouldn't overcap. Let's actually see how far we can go with the Ascension. Okay. A4. That's like the bare minimum.
教えてくれてありがとうございます。おかげで多くを学べました。少しだけ自分に自信が持てそうです。
I mean, this is just your hope or imagination. There aren't even any leakers saying that. Actually, do you use skill points? She uses skill points like every other turn, pretty much. She's not positive, but she's almost neutral. But she does consume them, and she will not generate any skill points ever. Or actually... Wait, does the enhanced basic actually generate SP? Or is it just 0? Because it actually gives you +1 and she is positive. Yes, it does? Okay. Okay, then it's pretty much neutral, because you use one, generate one. Okay, yeah. Most enhanced basics don't generate SP, but yeah, this one does. I think I will try leveling up Lina's weapon first. I might even have some of the higher tier weapon mods. More points in believe than doubt. Yes, please, Kaft. More points should be on doubt, as it is more likely to happen. Oh no, I actually don't have any of these. I guess Prince's weapon also uses them, and I spent all I had. Pretty unfortunate, because I should have a lot of the others. I have a dead vent in again. Eat up. Okay. Moral support Venti. He was dead. Does this even count as moral support? From the grave. I guess let's go with the next one as well. 132 minus 40 is 92. So we still have enough resin for the weekly bosses. I have to make sure I don't have to pop open a fragile, because those are being saved for the new artifact set's next patch. I could have actually healed up Bennett in the circle. Ah, whatever, it's fine. Ah, there is no way he's gonna be break. No. We got our annual break unit with Dahlia. Also, the Firefly teams are already kinda like filled to the brim with characters. So I feel like they're gonna leave break alone for a while. Maybe in like a year or two we'll get something more. But yeah, after the Nova Flare, it's like, yeah, just pull Firefly 2 and you will clear for the foreseeable future. That's kind of what they said with her buff, because what they buffed, the biggest buff she got was a buff to her already broken E2. So E2 is the newest break character, the E2 Firefly buff. Yeah, there is a Fire DOT Curio in Divergent Universe, and there are no Fire DOT characters except for Guinaifen, which is pretty weird. And I guess Jiaocho, like E2 or something, gets a real multiplier on the DOT. But yeah, from what we know, we don't know much. There is no beta yet. We should get it next week, hopefully. It appears he's gonna just be like a more traditional debuffer. Something like 3B. And you might be like, oh, but 3B is harmony. 3B is kind of fake harmony though. Like, most of 3B's effects are actually debuffs on enemies. It just, she presses E and all the debuffs are always active and she doesn't need to build EHR, that's why she's harmony. Because like, if you are Nihility, you have to waste stats building EHR, and if you are not Nihility, you don't have to waste stats building EHR. That's the only difference between Nihility and harmony. For the Nihility characters that actually specialize in debuffs and not like DOTs, right? It just, do you have to waste time building EHR? Yes, you are Nihility. No, you are not Nihility. And like the debuff potency doesn't change or anything like this. So Nihility is kind of the worst part because of that. It's strictly worse to be a Nihility character, because it's only Nihility characters that have to build EHR, nobody else does. Some 1.0 characters had like debuffs that had a base chance to be applied, like Himeko's Burn or Jeopard's Freeze, but since 1.0 they haven't been doing that. It's only like, yeah, you are Nihility, you are screwed, you aren't Nihility, you are happy. Just give a small HP buff. I mean, yeah, that's a thing, but a pretty minor thing. But yeah, so the one leak was kinda that he's male 3B, pretty much. He's 3B but big and buff, instead of being small and squishy. New movie trailer? What is this? What kind of movie? Let's go. I think I already go start beating up this boss. A Looney Tunes movie? Oh, I think I saw some like screenshot of the coyote or whatever. Oh, why did this open? What? I clicked on the link and it opened in like a different window? What even is Ketchup Entertainment?
Injured by a product made by the Acme Corporation?
It's not your fault. There's probably someone to blame.
Name of the case is Coyote versus Acme.
Wile E. Coyote. He is reckless. We all know who's responsible, and all of his injuries are self-inflicted.
You've been settling Acme cases for years.
I could probably get you $250 for that.
This is your opportunity to really show people what you're capable of.
These companies think they can do whatever they want. We're sick of it.
Acme, act you!
Nothing to see here.
We really have nothing.
We both know it would be very unpleasant if anything bigger were to become public.
Yeah, it could be fun.
What is up, Doc?
The Acme Corporation is releasing this film for account purposes only. We do not condone any of the storylines depicted.
Oops, wrong game. Here we go with the Skork. Oops. Oh my, he went so far away. Ouch.
食前に甘いものを
Okay.
Hmm. なんでおもちゃの姿を借りなきゃならないんだい？
アリスさんじゃないみたい。
よくやったね。でもまだだよ。
You miss the old,
ここからはわしが相手だ。
old school Hong Kong movies?
万物を直視
Fortunately, there's a lot of movies. Even if you only like old stuff,
逆に見れば真
there's
実
a
が
lot of stuff you can watch still. If anything, we have too much content in this world. Genshin style will be better for an anime? Huh. Good question, actually. I feel like Genshin has the better world building. But it would be easier to create an isolated story in Star Rail. I feel like Genshin... Yeah, Genshin just has the better world building, so I would choose Genshin. That's like what I think would make for a better... anime. Because the stories they could tell actually would be fairly similar. I mean, in Star Rail it could be anything, because the planets can be anything they come up with. Genshin is a bit more confined to Teyvat, at least so far. But they still could pretty much make a story about whatever they want. As the history of Teyvat is very, very vast. Oh, I almost killed the queen. Oh, perfect. Nice. I actually got the proper one cycle on this boss. Thanks to the fact that I charged the ult up beforehand. That's a lot of artifacts. And by a lot I mean 2, and they're both garbage. We got the knight though for Skirk. She's been double crowned for a while already now. But for a long while, I was very hyped to see a knight. Because my Skirk was on talent level 9s forever. It's kind of the same with Columbina. Maybe we can see the... Is it the mask? No. That Columbina needs? Yeah, it is the mask. Yeah. Mask for another crown. Could help with... yeah, I can even craft the book, so... All I need is the mask, and then we can have a stronger Columbina. For the... to help me with dire clears. Sponge information will get complicated by weird concepts. I mean, it doesn't have to. Because I feel like the best way to do an anime in either the Star Rail or Genshin world would be to adapt like a separate story, something from like the history of some nation or planet, some anime based on the Archon War, or even something before that in Genshin, or just the fate of a random planet that we have never been to in Star Rail. What is... Huh? What was that? Dungeon name? They didn't load the stage properly. So yeah, and then how complicated they want to make it? However much they want, right? It doesn't have to be complicated if they don't want it to be. Do I have internet problems, or does Genshin have problems? I think I'm fine, right? Or maybe I'm not, because my chat is lagging behind as well. Could it be possible that the Trailblazers would go to Teyvat? Teyvat is like hidden away from the rest of the universe. So I don't think they would really know about it. Like, it's not... It's not directly connected with the rest of the universe as it is right now, because it got sealed away to protect it from the Abyss invasion. Kinda like Earth as well in Honkai 3rd, but that eventually... Honkai 3rd's Earth eventually got visited by characters from Honkai Star Rail as well. And Jam Force was kinda hidden away as well, that is true. So, I guess they could, but it's not something they would stumble upon randomly, right? But I guess they could meet like Surtalogy, and then he would tell them everything there is to know about Teyvat. And then they could formulate the plan to actually enter the planet. But would they have a reason to do so? Is the thing. Because it wouldn't even necessarily be a good thing for Teyvat to have people from the outside enter. That was the reverse. The planet is there, but the people can't go out in space. Now, people have left Teyvat before. Surtalogy has left Teyvat. So has Alice. Alice brought like KFC and idol magazines to Teyvat. Possibly from our Earth or a planet similar to our Earth. So you can exit and enter. It's just not as easy as it would be with a normal planet. What do you mean ugly Chinese opera singer, bro? Get out of here. So uncultured. That was some good damage. And she died for some reason.
過去を記録し未来を入れる。現在だけは掴み取れなかったか。
Okay, this should be good damage anyways. Here we go. Man, kids these days, totally uncultured. Hello, Sayonara. Okay, no just yet, but we did get another solvent. Double solvent so far. Also, 4 artifacts so far. The next boss will be the real test. Can we get a mask? How many patches has it been since Columbina came out? This is the 3rd patch, right? After Columbina. And I still haven't gotten enough masks to double crown her. Yeah, but then on Sunday? I mean, this is what happens when we have the Stygian leyline. Shouldn't be too surprising at this point. What I was saying in Japanese was pretty lovely. Just don't play in English. Easy clap. Nah, who I was singing in Japanese was great. Japanese better? Because you don't have to hear English Hutao singing. I'm also joking though, it's fine to play in whatever language you want to play in. But I personally I find I prefer Japanese. And like significantly prefer Japanese. Oh, wait, he does this at the start, yeah. I forgot.
示対象一致して安全距離確認。
Fugel just stood there. No, he's a boss yet? He's been a boss for 3 patches. You don't understand why English is even an option. There is no English option in Honkai 3rd. There is only Japanese and Chinese. What are these? What do you mean? Where is my mask? My god. And we lost as well. All points go to Sinbad. At least Saya didn't get a chance to vote. You finally won. Squats. You seem very excited. One, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Oh, and 5 more. The Twitch Pepega swipe? The equivalent of Pepega swipe is gifting subs because it gives you like a tiny bit of points. Terrible value though. The subbing is the Welkin because it actually gives you a pretty steady flow of points and it's pretty nice. And then gifting is the top up. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Can we just like redeem them before I sit down again? 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Tactically use the redeem. So what, next time I'm just supposed to stand there. Okay, let's first things first. Resinless activities. Gotta grab some artifacts. It is showing up to London Comic Con next month, very nice. But you might not be able to go, not very nice. There's gonna be a pretty hype convention next month. If I want to go, I need to decide now. And already book some hotel or something. It's on the other side of the country. And I plan not to go, but there are gonna be quite a lot of Japanese artists. So I might want to not miss out on that. Star is coming to Saber's homeland. To Ides Elysia? Oh, we do have an ornamental fish in this pond. Let's go. Although I'm pretty sure I already got everything this pond has to offer. But I still won't say no to more fish. Him? Him? Just please not the Medaka. Who jumps? Okay, the axolotl, nice. We might want to make a pond full of axolotls one day. So, not a bad deal to have a lot of them. Oh, come on, what do you mean this fish bit first? And now it's gone! Because the time of day changed. SMH. Okay, come to Papa. The sky is very pretty. There's like reflection in the water. It actually looks incredible. Okay, now we are going here. Okay, if we got a second part of the Star Rail collab or if we got a second part of the Fate collab in Star Rail, would be pretty hype, but I'm not gonna get hyped for it or believe anything until I actually see a real announcement. Oops. I feel like there is a fairly real chance that we could get something during the concert. When is the concert happening, by the way? The anniversary concert for this year? It's sometime soon, no? Or was it today? Probably not. Because during the last concert, we got the Saber reveal. We already knew the collab was coming, but they revealed Saber. So I feel like doing another Fate-related announcement at the next concert could make sense. But yeah, I would give it like 30% maybe that could happen. And if it doesn't get revealed during the concert, it's not coming anytime soon. That's for sure. There is no way they would hold the announcement for longer. There's no way they would hold the announcement for something else if it was coming like this year. The concert is the last possible chance. Oops. Maybe 30% is too much actually. Maybe more like 10. You wouldn't be a Hoyoverse dev for long if your goal was to leak info to outsiders. You will be discreet. They all think so. All the leakers think they are, and then they get eventually caught one by one, anyways. Yeah, the quantity of leaks has really dropped recently in all the Hoyo games, and I don't mean like beta leaks. We always have and probably always will roughly know what's happening next patch. I don't think Hoyo minds this too much either, but the leaks from like further ahead are less and less common and more inaccurate. Because the people who have been leaking probably got caught. I mean, whether you are hunt, distraction, or erudition just depends on how many targets you hit with your abilities. If you hit one target, you are hunt. If you hit all targets, you are erudition. If you hit some targets, but not all, you are distraction. It's that simple. The Saber's skill is blast. And her skill is a fairly important part of her damage profile. So her skill only hits 3 enemies. And also, while her ult does hit everybody, it's first an AoE hit, and then a bounce effect. So it's actually better if there's only one enemy. Because otherwise the bounces get spread apart. Ideally, you want to ideally there are some small enemies on the side, the initial first hit kills them, and then all the bounces land on the middle boss. That's kind of like the ideal enemy distribution for Saber. Very weak odds and one strong target. But yeah, if there are multiple elites, the bounces get spread apart. Thank you very much, Tilted Hero, for another resub. I thought you just resubbed the other day, but apparently it's been a month already. Wait, I'm going here actually. Excuse me. Here we go. Thank you very much for the continued support. And yeah, to be an erudition character, you have to... I mean, you don't need every single one of your abilities to be... AoE. But you need AoE to be your biggest strength, ideally. Although, I guess there's Anaxa. Anaxa and Qingqi are fake eruditions. Anaxa is a blast character, and Anaxa is a bounce character, and Qingqi is a blast character. Qingqi is pretty much does the same thing as Danheng IL, and yet Danheng is distraction, but Qingqi is erudition, so it's... paths don't matter. New haircut, yes. My hair grew too much before, and now it's been cut down again for its transgressions. And just in time for me to get my new bicycle tomorrow. Last week I went to a bike shop, but they didn't have the right size of the right model for me, so they ordered it, and they said it would take 2 weeks to arrive, but it came after only 1 week. So I'll be able to receive it tomorrow. Okay, after Natlan we go to Inazuma. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 7 and 8. And I need to fix my map marker, because there's clearly 8 spots. Oh, I already fixed it. Oh, okay. I thought I haven't done it yet. Because last time I noticed that's 8 artifacts, but I have 7 written. But I thought I just left it like it was. But no, I actually took care of it immediately. Ooh, a lot of drops. An exile flower. I love dismantling this one Fatui camp every day. Or every day I stream Genshin. Which is probably every other day on average.
風が立つぞ。
Oops. If I wanted to just speedrun the artifact collection, I should ignore all these enemies. But the enemy mats can be a worthwhile drop in themselves. It feels pretty bad to run out of an enemy drop. And the best way to make sure you never run out is just kill everything on sight. There are still some enemies that are pretty elusive, only appear in like some side maps. The statuettes that only drop from heralds, who you mostly only see in Enkanomiya. There are some other... I'm pretty sure they added heralds to other maps eventually as well. But for a long while they were only in Enkanomiya, and I don't even remember exactly where they are. Where else you can see them right now as well. But if you need them at like that, you wouldn't really randomly happen upon these enemies. You'd have to seek them out. So after Inazuma, it's just Sumeru left. There's the Mausoleum of King the Shred. Oops. Enkanomiya is pretty much a forgotten area. I mean, we did get some extra Enkanomiya lore this patch, cause the main NPC from the new quest is actually the teacher of the guy who built the Dainichi Mikoshi. So it was like an Enkanomiya mention moment. But yeah, there isn't really much reason to go back to the map. But there are some things. It's one of the best places to farm specters if you need some specter mats. It also has unique fish, the manta rays, that look wonderful in the teapot. So I used to take daily visits to Enkanomiya to see whether there are any ornamental fish in the ponds. There are like 2 or 3 ponds over there. Eventually I got the fish I wanted. So yeah, I haven't been checking it out that often since then. Which it's not a totally worthless place to visit. And there's also one boss there that like 2 characters use. Yeah, and Yelan, right? Use the Enkanomiya boss. Or does Yelan actually use the serpent? No, I think Yelan also... Or, no, it's Shenhe! It's Ya and Shenhe use the Enka boss. Yes. Now, those are 2 outdated characters. But they're gonna buff Ya eventually, Copium. But the longer they take to buff a character, the better they will be after the buff, no? Hello, Cody. You can play Shenhe in a scary team. Yeah, I guess. We should get finally a real character for that team next year with the cryo region. Cause no matter what you play as the 4th slot in the scary team, it's kinda cope. We need the alchemy table in Sumeru City. It's named Kimia. And what does this name signify? Oh, it means chemistry. Nice. Okay, last enemy. And the last few spots. His name means chemistry place. That is, yeah. If he's at the alchemy table, that is indeed a chemistry place. Okay, so now that we are done with this, let me first just check if I can do some character upgrades. Cause I did get some talent books for the buy. So yeah, I could crown. Yeah, probably crowning skill and going 7 on burst would be the best here, because I have 20 books. And that's exactly 20. If I want to like not give up on Dyer. If I want to give up on Dyer, it's best to just leave her like she is. But if I don't want to give up just yet, I probably should level this up. Oh, I ran out of Frost Edged Warrants. That's unfortunate. And I did get this bow, unfortunately. Unfortunately, because the pulls did not go well. Surely all my luck will be saved for Tsaritsa or something. Cradle amount 2. Maybe we can get a dupe. Well, that wouldn't mean much either way. We could not get a dupe. But yeah, I would need to farm more later anyways. And the Frost Edged Warrants. Oh my god, I have like nothing here. Why am I so poor when it comes to these mods? This is the equivalent of the handguards in Inazuma. But at least the enemies don't have such pitiful drop rates. It's not as bad. But it is kind of a similar thing because everybody needs them. Oh wait, wrong. Here is where I wanted to go. So yeah, I'll wait until I can get all my characters and stuff leveled up, and then we'll try clearing the Dire Gecko again. So yeah, my Iluga. And then my Lina's bow needs to be leveled up. Also, I do have a bit too much crit rate, because I will get... If I do play Iluga, I'll get 10 crit rate from him, so I'm overcapped by 3%. Also, the boss gives you extra crit rate as well. So you might want to steal, like, yeah, this snapper piece. How much ER do I have? 20? Yeah, that's plenty. So even if I lose a bit, that's fine. So you might want to switch here. We would drop 10 crit rate. Yeah, that's pretty much what we want. And we even get an extra defense roll. So even though we lose all the crit rate subs, that's still pretty nice. And 40 EM is something. We could also go here. 3 crit damage, 1 defense. But it's just worse than 4 crit damage. Actually, the rolls here are higher. The 2 EM rolls are good though. Yes, we're gonna steal the Nefer piece. Here, all of these are pretty cope or have even more crit rate. The sounds are like perfect, no changing that. The goblet is pretty cope, but already gives us no crit rate. So you definitely cannot get less crit rate from it. And the hat is an off piece. It is a crit rate hat though, so if I play the crit damage hat, we could get more crit rate in other pieces. But I feel like it's pretty good overall. This build right now. We do still need some good crit rate. We can just drop all of it. Even the boss, the buff from the boss is not perma uptime. So you don't want to drop too much crit rate for it. Double crit attack percent. I already kind of have the perfect piece on Inefa. This kind of not even worth leveling up then. Low roll crit damage as well. Yeah. Yeah, it's never worth it. Off-piece Suns. Cope Goblet. Cope Hat. I was saying I should maybe craft a hat. Oh yeah, but then I was saying that I'm not sure if I'm gonna pull her weapon or not. And if I do pull her weapon, I could want a crit rate hat instead of crit damage. Yeah, because we get plus 10 from Iluga. It is team-wide, right? I think it's team-wide. But then no more than that. Other new party members. So yeah, this should include everybody off-field as well. So cute, man. So if I were to craft and play a crit rate hat, I would get like 28 crit rate. So it would be at 90. And then we get 10 from Iluga and the bomb. So I guess let's craft a crit rate hat for her. Artifact Transmuter. Obeyed of Morning Star and Moon. And then crit rate hat with crit damage and defense percentage. Yep. Yeah, that's lovely. Flat Def is the second best sub we could have gotten in the final slot as well. So yeah, not amazing because it's a 3-liner, but pretty good, pretty decent. If it doesn't roll terribly. If it just doesn't roll like garbage, it is a nice piece. The game wants me to play a crit damage hat though. But will not yield that easily. Oh yeah, another option I could have had was like rerolling this. But this is a perfect HP crit rate hat, so yeah, let's not touch this one. Instead throw this plus 18 piece here. And watch everything go into flat def. I wouldn't even mind an ER roll or two. For this boss specifically, having extra ER so that you can burst. You can guarantee you can burst when he debuffs you is nice. But yeah. Just not flat def and we are good. Okay, it was not flat def. Which means we are good. Pretty low. On the crit damage. And on the crit rate. And on the defense rather. But yeah, anything that's not flat def. And I am pretty happy. Double bonus. Defense percent. That's lovely. And this is higher, this is 7.3. Yeah, that's a hat that I'm very happy to play. Definitely more happy than this defense hat. With 3 EM rolls. And yeah, perfect. We get 10 more from Iluga. And the crit damage looks pretty low, but we'll get more from the weapon. We'll get like almost 30 more. Or no, over 30. This will be 88, right? So this will be like 100 to 200. 12 years should be good. Hopefully. Hello, Ronan. Okay, so... let's go and continue the quest. Last time we cleared the desert area, but then there are still chests left over. After we cleared it, new content has appeared. So let's see what's up now. Also new NPCs. We have already talked with them, right? Yes, yes. This is where we were after the boss fight. And now new characters and chests have appeared, but where exactly? Oh yeah, down below over there. Oh, Dendrograna are needed here, that's lovely. So here we would need... Couldn't you just use Dendro directly as well for this? But this should work as well, right? Or not? Wait, do I need a Dendro hit to fire the Dendrogranum? Maybe I do. Do I have any Dendro characters in my teams here? Yeah, there's Lauma. No? Wait, then how does this work? Oh, here we go. Charge attack! Oh yeah! A charge attack is what is needed. Not Dendro, but a charge attack. That's why you used Kole. Sometimes Dendro was needed as well. But not in this case, I'm pretty sure. 15,000 Mora! Oh, and this is what you needed a Dendro bow user for. Yeah, it's Tinari time. I mean, I could use Venti as well with the Dendrograna, actually. This should work as well. Yes, yes. I love it that they are giving us old nation puzzles. Look at it go.
古本ここで一曲宝箱の歌
Athelwood. I probably don't have much of that either. Oops. Wanted to get the nut, but I guess the game doesn't want me to get the nut. Let's just move on to the next chest. Oh, these guys! What was the deal with them? Some lamps wouldn't appear unless they were nearby, right? Is that the case? You needed to first reinvigorate them, and then they would show you lamps. Say the pyro is bad, and you needed Electro and Dendro.
You can.
Yeah. But now it just stands in place. Here we go, and it shows me the hidden torch now. Wait, it didn't work. Do I need to reapply the electro to it again? I think I need to reapply the electro. Wait, where did it go? Why is it all the way over there? What happened? Okay, I need to wait for it to come next to this torch and then reinvigorate it. I think that's how it works. Oh, they... Why is Birgitta following it? Here we go, now it's there. I remembered how these puzzles work. Took me a while, but I remembered. No nearby mnemonic clusters and the like. Ooh, there's an NPC over there though. I'm not gonna like walk through every single corridor again. But if I see an NPC, I will talk to them. Oh my lord, Maha Vasudevaya Putra. Mayor Jivitindriya, sink deep into the bedrock of this land. May your taste surpass that of every god beneath the heavens. I want to spar of this big guy? Wait, what does this mean? Blessed be! If my lord must keep their divine body limber, so that the fallen slices may grow tender and rich in flavor. Hold nothing back, show no mercy. Oh.
運命の変わり目くらえみんながそばに
一緒に遊ぼうよ風だ
レッカはっはっはっもっと激しく
You need Dendro Electro to see my DLE. Oh yeah, he killed me. Yeah, I think I need a different team. Oh shoot, I can't escape! I'm locked here. Can I at least TP away? I got kinda destroyed by the Shroomy. I'll make sure I don't enter. Okay. We should have better success if I change to my... to like this team, Hyper Bloom Nuvilet.
掃除対象ロックオン殲滅モード迷えるものにじゃじゃーん歌え僕の名のもと
討伐となるがいい静粛に
防衛モードリンヤに永遠の安寧を世界を熱狂の渦に
高き者私は下げず
What is happening here? Bro, chill.
皆に祝福はお披露目だ光り輝くがいいと加速し
神戸を垂れろ
海私は帰ってきた騒ぐな
皆のために祈ろうじゃじゃーん世界を熱狂の渦に絶縁障壁
神戸を垂れろ高き者私は下げず
Ouch!
服がいたんだか
I spent a bit too much time on Nuvilet.
防衛モードリンヤに永遠の安寧を
Without reapplying Dendro.
僕の名のも交渉は終わりです
騒ぐな
Okay, I got 2 of the 3. Tasks. Something is still aggroed onto me. This Scorpion!
静粛に
So, does this guy worship this shroom? Or what? Oh, that guy's still dead. What is this thing? A most blessed question. This is the revered scion of the world-bestowing lord. A sacred fungus born of perfect flavor. Oh yeah, Bifrons is the one from Varsa's story quest. The evil shroom god. Nagagvaya ever invokes the lord of verdure and the lord of the flower garden. Mechanic Hagan forever prays to the lord of suns. Yet ask them yourself, of the 3 great lords, which tastes better than my lord? Know this, do no harm in the righteous path. Were it not for our lord's divine flesh, we would be forced to take the lives of beasts, birds and plants to survive. Alas, how pitiful that would be. So yeah, he was one of the worshippers of the shroom, but then like... the shroom had to like multiply to let itself be eaten by the people, and then it would become weaker because of that. It's kind of weird. Eventually, it went to sleep. Fortunate indeed, when the Lord of Space carried me away from the ground, my Lord's Jiva spores traveled with me as well. And as you know, behold, they have grown to this day, bestowing upon me supreme and wondrous flavor. So weird that he's so obsessed with the flavor of his god. Oh, so many lizards. So now living the pavilion is our next goal. Unfortunately, my fast-moving character Varka is dead. So we have to use other characters instead. Oh wait, sorry, that's the guy who's the master of the Dainji Mikoshi creator. Actually, before I continue, I'll take a quick bathroom break. So don't go anywhere, I'll be right back. Okay. You're here, Historia? Indeed, everyone from the Desert Pavilion is now back at the main hall, which is why I hurried over here. Caitlin, have you found what you were looking for? Yes, I have. Thanks for asking. Splendid. By the way, do you know what the names Melanta and Nihilita mean? Paimon will go first. Nope, I do. It's the two like guardians of this place. Nihilita is the one that talked to us at the start, and then Melanta is the one that's actually stayed here. Yes, they mean melancholy and nothingness, don't they? Most sagacious of you. I believe you and I shall be even better friends than I was with your sister, since we have the same interests. Yes, my sister is the outdoorsy extroverted type. Still, before I could read for myself, she used to read to me all the time. Yes, what has melancholy got to do with someone like that? Of course, I speak of pathological melancholy, not the sort that the one above feels when gazing upon on our suffering. Did she tell you all that? Frankly, I was agape at the revelations she presented. I wouldn't have thought anyone audacious enough to build a sanatorium atop the site from which the Temple of Space had ascended. Did you know? It was initially thought that melancholy was a biological ailment. The word itself actually comes from the term for black bile. But subsequently, people came to believe that melancholy was an affliction of the heart. Well, it does take time to get to the right answer. But one thing he said before. My sister's so here they are talking about her sister, and then yet, what has melancholy got to do with someone like that? So is her sister melancholy and Titan is nihilita? Is the nothingness? Are they somehow aspects of the two guardians here? But today humans have once again discovered the truth. Melancholy is indeed also pathological. Thus, both medication and companionship are vital to recovery. We already knew all that back in my day. The angels had told us so. But while the songs of the angels and the latter-day Anemo Archon can cure melancholy, the hollow consolations of ordinary folk cannot be expected to work such wonders. Also, that's a wonderful scene. What are you trying to say? I shall have to whisper this, for it is a secret. Why would the Great One above, who rules over sky and space, name her own creations nothingness and melancholy? They say she lacks the ability to empathize with others. There's nothing she cannot do, yet she is utterly helpless against genuine futility and the ailments of the human heart. That's why she named her creations the two things she is least able to deal with. Paimon gets that. Naming things after enemies you've never beaten makes them sound cool and powerful. Paimons will be called No Mora, Hunger, and No Yan. Aww. They sound weak. I fear I can't keep up with your 1,000 years worth of wisdom. Ha! Wisdom? Bah! I pray for the courage to give this all up and live a real life once more. Can you see what I'm saying? Feel free to come to me if you ever need anything, even if all you want is to talk about your sister. I will do that. There aren't any statues here, right? If I want to go to a statue, I need to TP back out. Valiant Chronicles. Oh yeah, we can check Valiant Chronicles on the way as well. Well, while we go to recover Varka's HP. And let's see what the third mission is. Defeat the boss while it is doing an attack. Most likely. Oh, and we unlock the thingy. That's nice. After Maha Vasudevaya Putra reverts back to its normal state for the first time, defeat it before it goes into the scorched state. So, narrow window to defeat it. Does have a lot of damage. Don't kill it too quickly, or then it will not revert back to its normal state for the first time, but don't kill it too slowly and then it will go back to the scorched state. So I was a bit too slow with my Nuviet Hyperbloom team. What team would be good for that? Ideally like Lunar Bloom, but if I want to avoid playing Lunar Bloom, then what would work best? We want just high DPS and some Dendro. Doesn't have to be a lot of Dendro. A bit less Dendro might even be beneficial. Because then I won't make it go back to a normal state that quickly, so I have more time to deal damage. Probably even the Nubilet team could work if I played perfectly. Maybe. And it seems like only Dendro is needed, not Electro, right? Oh, hello, bro.
気をつけて。運命の変わり目。
劣化。と。
At least I will not be running out of this much anytime soon. Oh, but if I have some time, I do need to kill the Fatui guys. Flying Durin! With the Hydro Diaper, for no good reason. Wall in a painting. In the Temple of Space you will sometimes find paintings that have pockets of space sealed inside them. What teammates would Lochen want? The perfect Lochen team should be Durin, Nicole, and probably some Vivi? Maybe Sucrose, maybe Prune? Maybe Venti? I'm not sure about the final slot though. But it's definitely Durin Nicole, that's what you're supposed to play. That's like the go-to. Some other options might be viable as well. Because he doesn't specifically need his teammates to react. Like, he doesn't need melt teammates, but he does give EM to the team. Actually, wait, the EM buff I think is on a constellation, actually. But he needs his teammates to do a lot of damage in a single hit. Right? It's like, if the damage your teammate deals is more than 400% of, or like 4000% of his attack. Wait, there is... Yeah, if the damage dealt by your off-fielders is no less than 3000% of Lochen's base attack, he gets 60 extra will to win. And you kinda need this. You kinda need the 60 extra will to win to make your skills do any damage. So you need your off-fielders to hit. Like if we say he has like 1000 base attack ish, we would need 30,000 damage per hit from the off-fielder. So ideally you just want somebody who melts. Xiangling should be fine though. I'm not sure if she will reach those numbers, but probably yeah. It's not that much damage. But yeah, Xiangling might work as like the free-to-play option, but ideally Dark Durin. And yeah, and Nicole will be the best buffer for every Hexray character. I guess that's not Albedo, because Albedo doesn't scale with attack. But any attack scaling Hexray character will want Nicole in their team. Oh, he does give 15% damage after triggering a cryo reaction, so ideally your off-fielder is not cryo as well. That's like another point towards melt. Needs to deal a lot of damage per hit, needs to trigger a cryo reaction, and ideally can make use of the EM if you ever go to C2, 200 EM. And this is what I'm most excited for actually, this team. What I'm looking forward to the most. I mean, we don't know many other things. We don't have many other things to look forward to, except Snezna in general. But yeah, I'm actually very excited for this. It's not like, oh, I'll just pull for them because I pull for everybody. No. This is the kind of team that I would want even if I was free to play. That's the kind of team I would be saving for if I was free to play. And it's actually fairly obtainable as well. Like, if you pulled Durin back when he came out, now you just pull Nicole, and then you get Lochen on the selector, on the anniversary selector, and bam, you have the team. It's not like back-to-back or Mavuika and Citlali coming in the same patch kind of garbage. Within the table of space, you will find sometimes find paintings that have pockets of space sealed inside them. By overlapping the image in the painting with the corresponding scene in reality, Dex can restore the space trapped within the painting and manifest objects from the painting into the physical world. Good old perspective puzzles. We've had them all the way back in like Golden Apple Archipelago? Maybe even before that. The closer the painting is to the actual scene, the brighter the light emitted by the frame will be. Dex can also retrieve or reproject the artwork. Oh.
気をつけて全力攻撃だ燃えろレッカあっそれもっと激しく
Was a painting on the table just now. It's a different kind of world in a painting. Or maybe... I mean, because... The world in a painting in Plan Arcadia is just that the world was stuffed into... Like, the entire world was stuffed into a painting to prevent its destruction, and then was, like, extracted afterwards. Here... It's more like the world itself is made up of paintings. Kinda like that. I wasn't anywhere close with my perspective though, and it still kinda like snapped. But like in Star Rail, the paintingness in gameplay, the paintingness of the world is represented by us going into those 2D sections as the fluffy character, while here we take a painting and project it into 3D. So instead of us becoming 2D, we go 3D. But there was a different book in this very map that actually we did become 2D to enter the book. That was more like Plan Arcadia actually. But that was not the painting world, but the book world. Because this is the painting world, this was the book world, and this was the space world, I guess? The puzzles there had us manipulate space. By folding it and unfolding and stuff like that. Yo, this looks so nice. I'm still like very far away, we can see it too clearly, but it already looks very nice. Hello, kitties! Oh, and these guys are actually weak to Anemo. Anemo and Cryo, right? Is that what they want you to play here? Man, the grass was going crazy because of Venti's burst. Oh, there's a thing up there. Wait, am I supposed to just like jump over there? Venti hold skill time, 1.0 tech? Yeah, I guess I'm just supposed to go over there directly. I mean, we have this, so we don't have to glide. But still. Luyang Academy. Oh, and there's special music here as well. Oh wait, now we deliver to the generic one. Here. Now it's special music. Like, over there, generic music, here special music. The line is somewhere in the sound. Is this a dim star Paimon sees over there? Nah, it's like a crack in the sky, not a star. This place just needs more plants to pick up. There could be so many cattails here. But yeah, looks wonderful. That'll be the Link Academy that history I was talking about. Oh, there are some ghosts. Paimon die yet? No, and what do you mean by yet? Paimon's not gonna die. Are these Inkblots? They feel kinda human somehow. Nah man, you're just coming up with worse and worse takes. First Yunjin hate, now Paimon hate? Bro. Inkman just said something, that's so creepy. Now Sparks you hate? Nah bro, Paimon is our precious friend. It won't open, Jan. How about giving it a real nasty kick? Kick forcefully. How is it? I can't feel my leg. Pfft. That was a dim star from just now, see? Other mechanisms. Move the camera left and right, look for the Inkman. Just what kind of mechanism is it? Dimensional manipulation? Whoa. Ink person found. Exit screen to continue your exploration. Oh wow. I'm in the little thingy now. Where are we now? Huh, how incredible. This area is so lovely. This painting really isn't the abstractionist sort. This ability to restore the space in the painting. Paimon doesn't think we should mess with something that doesn't belong to us. Oh, this. It came to life! Is this what they call realism here? It's gonna turn out that those are like real people who got cursed. By Melanta. Well, I feel like we are missing something. Yeah, this scene does feel a little incomplete. There's another painting over here. You are up, Dex. An ambush! Ouch! They hurt. Done and dusted. Your turn now, Dex, for real this time. Berbeg. A human popped out this time. First, let me get the chest in peace. And now we can talk. Haha, mountains cannot crush the buried spirit. Through riven clouds, the sky at last appears. I am free. Hilda, Dex, and my new friends, please accept my thanks. I'm her younger sister, Zeitlin. Oh, wow, you two look so alike. Yes, I've been told that a lot. And who are these two? My name is Paimon, and this is Jan. It was Historia's commission that brought us here. In that case, let's dispense with the introductions. Do you possess any degree of martial skill? Preferably of the sort that might see off a legatus of Remuria. Just how did you come up with that description? This goes back to how a certain border fortress rose to prominence when Remuria was destroyed. One day after much time had passed, an old man arrived at its gates, claiming to be the acting master of the Guhua clan. One day the two sides fell to arguing. When the Remurian commander said that he was in charge of music in the army, the acting master thought him weak. But in truth, the greater your musical mastery, the higher your rank in the Remurian military. And this commander, why? He had already undergone petrification. By the way, I don't know if you've heard of this, but everyone in the Remurian inner circles was transformed into Ichor, becoming semi-immortal golems. So when the acting master channeled his inner energies into a single strike, he only wound up hurting his own hand. Well, he then spoke harshly, lamenting a lack of successors to the Guhua clan's secret arts and the withering of talent on the vine in his era. Why, so he claimed he didn't even possess a vision. Of course, he wouldn't have been selected if he had one in the first place. After entering the apathic interval, we could no longer receive visions. But anyway, back to our story. The commander shot back with choice words of his own, claiming that the Legatai of Remuria were far more terrifying than he could ever be. Hello, the gamer. Sure, cool story, Paimon supposes. Also, don't worry, Jan's 1000% got what it takes to defeat a Legatus. With both hands tied behind my back, even. One interesting thing is that he said, after entering the apathic interval, we could no longer receive visions. And during the apathic interval kinda means like arriving in this place, no? I guess because people here are kind of frozen in time, they cannot have like a fate. And visions are fate. Can we have this? I hate it, but I guess. Oh, I need to sign in. Here you go. It will not work in my chat here immediately. Also, didn't you type one eye too little? Isn't it 3 eyes? But yeah, it will like, it should start working tomorrow. Because it did get added. Hate it. I hate it, is what I said. Not hated. Huh, that's great. By the way, why were you in the painting? And what are those humanoid inkblots? That's how Melanta delivers punishment, turning people into paintings and smashing them into inkblots. Just like my cage, which was encased in layers of paintings. So the inkblots we saw back there were actually people? Yes. Now, a word to the wise. The more realistic a painting is, the more fitting a cage it is to enscone your spirit. After all, its essence may be grasped at a glance. As such, expect hidden secrets lurking behind any realistic paintings you find here. And what should we do next? This is not the right place for such talk. Let's head back first. Am I gonna do weekly bosses today? We've already done them. I always do weekly bosses at the start of the stream. Reach out your hand and touch the painting. Break this veil of illusion and the world beyond shall receive you once more. What are you talking about? In simple terms, touch the painting and you will be able to return. Though the world outside is just another illusion. It's like way further away. Can I like venture off? I guess I can, but probably it's kinda pointless. Let's do it as the game wants us to do. Huh, we sure made it back quickly. This place is truly full of wonders. Isn't it fabulous, comparable to the finishing touch from Rex Lapis's hand, which brought stone to life? And with the power of your heart and mind, you can really turn those lifelike paintings into reality. Anyway, what's our next plan of action? The key to restoring the entire library lies in completing that final illuminating stroke. But before we do that, we must first restore this painting. Once the heavenly heart emerges, the four horizons fade to white. What a commanding name. That's the one preferences in painting names for you. Theoretically, we should be able to complete the missing part of the painting in the Tower of Radiant Light. Is Kaz better for Lina than her other set? And they should be like almost the same. I think for raw DPS, the new set should be like 1% better or something, but Husk gives you more healing, because defense is damage and healing, while damage is just damage. Oh, there's no Lina guide on catching mains, so I don't know exactly. But they are like incredibly close. One substat of a difference, and that set is already better for you, right? We've got one more substat on Husk, play that. If you have one more substat on Obeid, play that. So if you're a Genshin boomer who farmed the old sets back in the day, then Husk can be better. But you shouldn't go and farm Husk nowadays. Specifically for her. You have to farm the whole set? Yeah, that's definitely not worth it then. The difference is probably like 1% and I'm not even sure in which direction. Theoretically, we should be able to complete the missing part of the painting in the Tower of Radiant Light. But with our path barred, it seems we can only head to the abode of Resplendent Talent to see if we can reach the Tower of Radiant Light from there. Wait, it was behind this door the whole time? Paimon had Jan kick this thing full force. Jan's strong enough to level mountains, but the door didn't even budge. Is your foot numb? Yeah. Probably because this door was manifested from the painting through the mind. As such, it doesn't exist as physical matter as we know it. Yesterday I once mentioned that he had a teacher named Aristocles, who was always saying that mind prevails over matter. I guess this is what they meant. But leveling mountains, you say? This would make you just as powerful as Azdaha. Speaking of which, Yu Huangyi from the Mahavaipulia chamber told me that Azdaha already existed back in his era. As such, the so-called finishing touch that brought the dragon to life was nothing more than a legend, the invention of later generations, a fine story all the same, of course. Ooh. Ooh. Interesting lore. And did you realize something from that? I just told him, you've ruined a precious memory, you know that? I can relate. Never mind, just take it as a fun little anecdote. Anyway, since the door was born from a painting, a painter must open it. Allow me to do that for you. But yeah, a lot of, like, because a lot of people were wondering whether Azdaha could be the Geo Dragon Sovereign, but they are like, oh, but Zhongli gave him life or something? And how can he be the Dragon Sovereign then? If the Dragon Sovereign should have come before any Archon? But that's fake. It is the legend invented by later generations. I wonder if it always was supposed to be that or if it's a retcon. Doesn't matter either way. Because it does make sense that people would. Like, fake stories have always existed in Genshin since 1.0. We've had fairy tales and other stuff like that. that somehow that like embellish some of the facts. So it doesn't have to be just because a story from an earlier version said something different doesn't mean that it has to be a retcon. It could have always been an unreliable narrator. Although this does kind of smell of a retcon. You don't seem very surprised. That's because Jan's been through even crazier stuff. Lots of extraordinary adventures, huh? I guess I shouldn't even be surprised if you've saved the world before. He and his sister were separated by an awful god. The main goal of our adventure is to find his lost sibling. So Jan can understand how you feel. I hope you find your sibling, and may you live a life of peace and happiness. Oh, Paimon's sorry. She forgot that you want... Ah, please don't apologize. It was my fault for bringing it up. Also, that's not what I meant. Acheron, Dahlia, Ruan Mei, Linksha. You'll probably have more success with Linksha main DPS. I feel like this Acheron is kinda griefing. But yeah, Linksha, especially at D1, is a fairly decent break DPS. You could have some success with that. HMC, Dahlia, Ruan Mei, Linksha. Could actually be fairly legit. Especially in like side content like Divergent Universe, where you could get a lot of damage buffs. Is a side quest / event? It's a side quest that was added this patch. Yeah, Link shall be the main DPS instead of Acheron, and then you can play like sustainless, but you have a sustain because your main DPS is sustain. How much HP does Colombina want? Just like you play HP Suns, you play an HP Goblet, and then just if you have HP subs, that's good. But there is no number you have to reach or anything. Like crit subs are still the priority, but if you roll any sub into HP, you are still happy, right? A piece with 3 crit rolls and 2 HP rolls is better than a piece with 4 crit rolls and that's it, probably. But 1 crit roll is better than 1 HP roll. I mean, because there isn't any like goal or anything. And you have 2 main stats worth of HP already. So that's like the big thing. You only have 1 main stat worth of crit, but you have 2 main stats worth of HP. So prioritize crit, but HP subs are also good. It's just like just like attack for most attack scaling DPSs. So Half Codex shouldn't hurt Incision? No, Half Codex is amazing. Why would it ever hurt anybody to have a half weapon? I mean, it would lower her personal damage. But especially if you have more investment into your DPS. Makes Fav even better. I hope that your wish comes true. Thank you, Zeitlin. Alright, open sesame. Let's get moving then. All that outside the window, is that really all just a painting? When the false is taken as true, the true also becomes false. And I couldn't read the rest of what he said. I can't believe this isn't real either. If the painting is real, then the landscape with the pics must be real too. And once again, sounded deep, but I couldn't actually read what he said. Linksha, Dahlia, HMC, and Himeko Ruan Mei. Probably Ruan Mei. Linksha is good enough as a main damage dealer. But in pure fiction... Oh, I clipped out the window. I guess I just went out of it. Yeah, not even clipped, it's just open. In pure fiction you could go Himeko, because there are a lot of enemies to break over and over. But most of the time, Ruan Mei. These photos, they were painted using a camera, yes? Back then your sister told us of something capable of creating pictures even more lifelike than the most realistic paintings. We all wondered what it would be like. It's a shame that she didn't have a camera, nor did she have a picture painted by it on hand. Now that I've seen it one myself, it does look incredibly lifelike. Looks so funny with her head sticking out down here. How is that for feeling smug? Machines have taken realism to its natural end, but there is still room for imagination, you know? Not exactly. No matter how realistic the painting, it still carries the painter's emotions and aesthetic sense. Though some of the colors can be found in the real world, you can really feel the painter's heart from the way said colors are used. Even the most realistic painting carries within it minor details of fiction, exaggeration and blur. That's where the artist's aesthetics and craft come into play. Okay, it's not like Paimon doesn't get it. Paimon just wanted to compliment you so she could ask you to, you know, maybe draw something for us later? Don't you already have Albedo's painting of you? Paimon wants to see what a more expressive version of her would look like though. Thank you so much. Zeitlin, could Paimon have a look? Sure, these photos were taken during my sister's vacation. The passerby she asked was really bad at photography, so some photos only show the top of her head poking out from the bottom. But I can tell that she's smiling happily all the same. Sorry to let you see that. The lighting and composition of these photos are terrible. There is no sense of depth or layering at all. It's not that bad. I think these are the best photos. If your sister hadn't insisted on only showing her head, this would have been the worst of scenic paintings. I mean, scenic photos. But thanks to her, they have become memories and proof of her presence there. She looks edited in, because she kinda probably is. I think I get what you mean. I found my stuff. Let's keep helping Daozi out, shall we? I think the painting there leads to the abode of resplendent talent. See if you can find a way to the Tower of Radiant Light from there. That said, I won't be joining you for your next journey. I'll head back to the central area to let others know we are safe, then I will be back in no time. Whether I succeed or not, I should have enough time to see you again on my way back. What a nice transition. With the bird. Oh, this area is quite large, actually. I'm probably meant to first like do whatever I need to do there and then go up there. What body main stat? Whatever her healing scales with, attack percent, right? It doesn't matter much. But might as well get more heals. You just want break effect and speed. Man, what a lovely area. There are two paintings here too. Oh, and the painting just made another painting. And same here, we use the painting to create another painting. Now with ERR, you probably won't break effect. ERR is lovely on Linksha. But if you actually want to deal good damage, you kinda need break effect. Look, there's a survival over there.
戦利品か。冒険の褒美だと思って取っとけ。
Okay. Hello, my name is Asher. I'm a painter. Oh, so you are the Moki that Historia was talking about. The one who did all those amazing paintings? Wait, I just remembered. Have we met before? No, and Asher was my bird name, so... Oh, really? Do you have any brothers who suddenly disappeared? I'm afraid not. Anyway, please come with me. I will take you somewhere safe. But we're not looking for a safe place. We are here to solve the problem. If that's the case, you should also come with me. I will take you where you need to go. Weird guy. Whatever, let's follow him and see what he's up to. I think Moki was given to him by somebody else. Oh, we are now traveler only. And the trial traveler. Actually no, this is my weapon. Not trial traveler then. Key of Cairns with R3. I think I'm an attack weapon. The cannon traveler weapon. Something feels off. A painting so well done, it's like you are right in there. Huh? Have we reached the end? I knew it! That fellow's a fake! It's another ambush! Child Indian, run! In the world within the painting, the spreading in is a terrifying tide that can consume everything. Lingering within its reach will cause you to take continuous damage. With Dex's help, seize and unfold the paintings to construct paths that didn't exist before and escape the spreading ink. Come on, come on. Whoa, run back! Oh no! I can't jump, I'm a Star Rail character. Doesn't be the hardcore that she was talking about. Isn't there like an abundance light that gives you the break effect? This one could be nice. Dreams montage gives you speed and energy when braking. And then there is also what is real, which gives you 48 brake effect. That after using basic resource HP kinda useless, you want to skill every turn. Not sure which one would be better. The extra energy is quite nice. But one of these two. What is onto tomorrow damage dealt? Yeah, that's not what you want. What is here or Dame's montage? Probably just the break effect. 12 speed is a lot as well though. Yeah, I'm not sure. Either one of these two. What do you mean with that upcoming event? The event we are getting this very patch? No. We're not getting any new areas this patch anymore. But we are very likely to get an Outcry expansion, not next patch, but the 2 patches from now. Because there is... we still haven't unlocked all of... We still haven't unlocked all of Not Cry, because there are still achievements that aren't fully unlocked that are like light up every statue. And we know we are not getting any new map expansions next patch, so it has to be 2 patches from now. Actually, maybe there is something next patch, but nothing major. I haven't followed the leaks too much except for characters, because I don't want to get too spoiled on the story. Whenever there is an Archon quest coming in Genshin, I try to avoid leaks. Sorry to keep you waiting. Looks like things went smoothly for you guys too. Daoji, can you believe it? We ran into a fake Asher. We feel Daojin about what just happened. This must be Melanta working from behind the curtain. To him, names are nothing but a string of numbers slapped onto us when we arrive here. How would he know that Moki was a nickname that Asher's grandfather and father gave him in his childhood? But it turned out everyone here gets along so well that you all call him that now. Just because we were somewhat unsettled by his paintings doesn't mean we dislike him. Just that messing with space is a grave issue around here. That only makes Paimon want to see his work even more. You'll get a chance to see it, I'm sure. Now that we've got the whole set of paintings, one stroke is all we need to connect them. Allow my clumsy hand to provide that finishing touch. After all, I did coach Kano on his Liu landscape paintings. He won't mind me adding a little something. Through this painting, you should be able to reach the pavilion of paintings at the center. Once you're inside, try reaching out and plucking the heavenly heart. It just occurred to me. Adding feet to a dragon and dotting the eyes of a dragon are both saying concerning dragons. But their meanings are worlds apart. They sure are. Oh, are we at the pavilion of paintings? The star is right over there. I thought it was some kind of abstract art. Turns out it's plenty real after all. Oh, there is something all the way up over there. Could I get high enough with this? I actually think so, yeah. I think this is the intended way to do this. Because we have just enough height. There is one all the way down over there. Do I want it? It's not gonna go anywhere. Let's first plug the star. So it is a star after all, and not a crack in the sky. Oh, now it unfurls. Oh. That was lovely. Kno, Yoshitoshi, Bosch, you've all come back to life. Ah, yeah. And I never want to paint another screen again. Good to have you back, Jan Paimon and our young Zeitlind. I owe you all a great deal. You really look like Hilda. She's my older sister. I know. This old man still got an eye for people. Speaking of which, Zeitlind, come here for a moment. Huh? Big chest. Oh, and finally got another fragment. I was wondering when I'm gonna get the second one, because it's been a while. Speaking of which, I haven't seen Moki anywhere. Did he end up trapped in the desert pavilion? That's on you lot. Why did you lure him into the construction site anyway? We weren't excluding him or anything, we just wanted him to show the people from the desert pavilion how shocking the spatial distortion is. After all, they are the ones who are so obsessed with space. Messing with space might break the rules around here. He's probably been forcibly exiled by Melanta by now. Oh. These melons... Are they ripe? Huh? Paimon means, are you sure they are ready to eat? That doesn't matter. Zeitlind, the two of us used to teach your sister how to draw. That's her signature. And since it's her stuff, you should be the one to keep them and take them away from this place. What do you think of this painting? How should I put it? Some people can paint on par with masters in their teenage years. And so they spend the rest of their lives searching for paintings imbued with childlike innocence. I can neither discern a masterful temper nor childlike innocence from Hilda's painting. Indeed, it is tinged with sadness. Isn't the sadness conveyed by painting the fruit impressive enough? Really? Are you telling me this painting is devoid of childlike charm and doesn't look like a master's work? Talent and diligent practice are prerequisites for cultivating the spirit of a master. So, why don't you forget what we've taught and do another painting? You guys are hilarious. I'm not doing another painting. I've experienced it once already, and I find it quite interesting. But as a canvas, once colored, cannot return to pristine white, how could I possibly forget what I've learned? Let the mediocre piece be as it is. Is that so? So it's just a mediocre piece. And yet, she still signed her name on it. Yes, when we artists take commissions, we always use secret signatures to sign our work. So she named the painting Long Live Life, and then she left. What do you think? Are you going to take her painting with you? No, let it stay where it belongs. Such paintings may become lost and destroyed in less than 100 years if brought outside, but let it repose in eternal peace here with you. I see. You found the dog's owner? Very nice. There's probably an achievement for finding the dog, right? The dog owner. If something is an achievement, I will get it eventually, because if I don't find it myself, I will just look up the achievement. Oh boy, there are quite a lot of things now. Now that the area has been... Oh, and these don't show up with the compass. These Mora boxes, and that's so much value you can lose out on. Ouch. What a weird challenge. This canvas. What an area, man, what an area. Apparently there are a bunch of hidden chests here. Oh yeah, I'm here hunting for the perfect moment. If I could just catch the cranes gathering together, it would make a splendid scene for my 8 seasonal views of cranes among bamboo and stone. Alas, the cranes won't land, so the artist must learn patience. What if we lure them down? I recall the cranes are fond of fish. Can I catch this crane? Probably not, right? Yeah. Doesn't even count as an animal.
酒が入ってたら一杯分けてくれ。
But there is more here. Do I need to like return tomorrow? Maybe. What is there on the top?
ついてこれるか?
Oh, Amora box. Nice. Do you normally eat that? You mean cranes eat fish? Yeah. Like IRL. In Genshin, animals don't really eat. I think I did this in the wrong order. I was supposed to go the other way at the end there. Oh, and the sun is just like a paint thingy.
酒が入ってたら一杯分けてくれ。
Quite lovely. And they have goats. But no plants, man. This could be... If they had cattails here, I would come here every day, man. Sounds fake like the moon. It kinda has to be. The sky is fake, so the sun also has to be fake. Looks like there is another painting over here. Ah, very sharp. A bunch of youngsters calling themselves heirs of the Guhua clan once commissioned Castiglione to paint it. They claim it's their prized training ground. But they're an awfully proud lot, think themselves peerless masters already, far above such basic drills. So they handed the painting off to me. Wait, aren't you with the Guhua clan? Well, I'd love to claim that. Alas, the lad Guhua probably wouldn't dare take me in. Back when we were clearing out bandits at the Guili Plains, the boy nearly got himself killed for lack of proper training. I had no choice but to... never mind. Old, uninteresting business. Though this painting now, that's another matter. If you're curious, go on and unroll it. No great loss if you tear it. Castiglione's idle most day anyways. I'll have him paint another. No matter how many times I see it, it still makes no sense to me. I've never heard of anyone honing their swordsmanship by chopping bamboo. That lad Guhua really did have some strange ideas in that head of his. Bamboo can be woven into baskets, carved into slips, shaped into flutes or telly rods, even made into writing brushes. But using it as stakes or training weapons? Now that's a new one. Quite an innovation, I suppose. Alright, Anitu, since the scroll has been unrolled, I will speak on behalf of those little Guhua clan disciples and lay out the rules. Among these bamboo dummies, some are dressed in blue while others are dressed in red. Oh, like those at Wangshan Hall. I finally remember that too. We have to attack the dummies in blue without hitting a single dummy in red, right? Exactly, in that case I won't waste any more breath. Show me what your sword can do. That blue dummy here? Oh my god, I'm not gonna do this ever. Oh, I'm supposed to use the barrels. I can't read this while doing the challenge, bro. There's some dialogue that's already like unreadable. Is the keeper?
神聖
Hey man, how was I supposed to read anything that was being said there?
酒が入ってたら一杯分けてくれ
Excellent, that's a wrap. Thank you both, this was a real delight. Your skills were impressive, blonde youngster. I dare say you are far stronger than Kid Guhua. Well done me. Thanks to of you, I've had a rare moment of insight myself. Fish paste really does need a bit of freshly minced meat mixed in to bring out the flavor. Leave it too long and there is no masking the fishness. Ah, fair point. Wait, that doesn't simulate at all, does it? Never mind such trifles. Next time I have Castellano paint me a few more fish, I will treat you both to some proper fish paste. Oh, bro.
運命の変わり目任せて
よっと酒が入ってたら一杯分けてくれ
Oh, I can see the chest already. Oh, come on, again?
任せてみんなは俺が守れもうレッカはっはっふっはっ
好きなものがあれば持ってってい
Did
い
he
ぞ
drop something or not? Oh, yeah, he did. So there is the crane guy. I feel like I probably have to like wait or TP away or something before I can do more here. Oops.
しっかりついてこいよ
Finally a peaceful chest that does not summon a guardian.
一杯分けてくれ
And the big peaceful chest. And this is where we were before. Mora box! Spotted!
しっかりついてこいよ
And the guardian, at least this one is not sneaky.
運命の変わり目
レッカよっとおっと油断したなふんあっ
We need to get some healing next fight.
好きなものがあれば持ってっていいぞ
Oh, we see it?
ついてこれるか
Avoid the line of sight to collect elemental particles. What? Oh, come on, Varka. Oh, I can't overcome these. That's some narrow line of sight light here. Am I just supposed to go down now? Oh, shoot, he will look my way soon. Because he's slowly rotating. Can I scuff to have a... timer connected with a stealth mission, but maybe like that's the point. Give it some spice. You can just wait forever until they align themselves perfectly. You just have to go now. Maybe these fakes are real. Fakes. Maybe these cranes are real and not fakes. Oh boy. Wait, let's... I mean, instead of using this, we should actually just use Lina. If they can even be captured. No, come on, bro, what? Why they start flying away? Let's heal Varka at the very least. Okay, thank you, Lumi. Lumi is kind of a cheat code, I guess. Okay, there is another one. Nothing fell down, right? Okay, no one this will escape me. No way this one will escape me, rather. Oh, they disappeared! I don't think I can capture them. I think they are special ink cranes. So let's go back to Venti. Okay, how do I best go up there? I'm gonna climb like a muppet. We might come a little bit here. Oh, here we go. That's what I wanted. Perfect. What is that? What is that dark star anyway? Oh, there is more stuff here as well. That's not this chest is not the end.
みんながそばにいてくれるわ。
レッカよっとよっはっちえ
Oh, there's another one. And I missed all my hits on him.
腐食神聖任せて燃えろ。
ここだよ。
I just let Dulin finish the job.
一緒に遊ぼうよ。5本ここで1曲宝箱の歌。
Whoops. Let's not fall too low. I already kinda... Wait! There is a flying thingy here, I should take that. Yeah, this will be faster. Okay, I think we are done with this area. Could be something like... Actually no, I've scanned this side as well. I can now go talk with Historia again. Oh shoot, we found something. Oh yeah, it's the cranes. The cranes that I think I have to wait for, because I don't know what else I could do there. Very beautiful place. Looks like everything is going smoothly. Historia, what are you doing here? Now you told me that you had arrived at Luyang Academy, so I came along with him. Oh, there is a chest here. How's the search going? Have you found what you were looking for this time, Zeitlind? I have. Could you tell me what it was that landed in Luyang Academy this time? This is the place of painters after all. And to tell the truth, I haven't the foggiest idea what it might be. Photos from my sister's camera. A camera? I heard people talking about such devices before. You're falling behind. The painters have all heard about cameras from Zeitling's sister. That's because people here focus on the visual arts. It's normal that you talk to them about it. The thing I discussed most with Hilda was philosophy. Philosophy? It's hard to imagine my sister talking about this with someone as knowledgeable as you. Oh, you flatter me. We weren't getting into any deep or complex debates. We were just chatting about how to look at the everyday things around us. For example, the most fundamental question of philosophy is whether one should or shouldn't end it all tomorrow. Huh? Allow me to explain. In a sense, our inquiry into the world is a search for the very meaning of our existence within it. Whether we are children seated upon the god's knees, or merely echoes in the winds of inconstant time. All of that is too far removed. How can an ordinary person weigh themselves against the universe? For most, the world is no more than their own life. If we one day discovered everything is destined to return to nothingness in the far future, would our lives now still hold meaning? Or should our lives be a shoreless sea of suffering to begin with? Then the world may in truth be but a collection of agonies. In either case, there is no difference between living and not. In the latter, death might even be called a release. Paimon doesn't think that's right. Not that she knows how to argue against you, though. And what was my sister's response? Never mind that. I was the one arguing that even if life is inherently meaningless, we should still choose to live it. Ah, it seems you haven't heard. I saw my sister's tombstone back at the sanatorium. Thanks for trying to save her in the end. What's written on her epitaph? One lifetime doesn't count. Is that what it says? I see. Zeitlind. I can hardly believe it myself, and I wish I could say something to take your pain away. Give me some time, though. You don't have to say anything. I thought I would cry the moment I saw her tombstone, but as it turned out, it was unusually calm. Oh, whoops. Oh, I'm clicking the wrong button. It would have been better if I had cried. That's not what I meant. Anyway, you'll understand later. We finally gotten everything. Zeitlin lost back. We'll go ask Historia why Anne came here. We need to send Zeitlin back down first. How are you supposed to do that? We need to spawn the enemy so that we could actually get the chest.
物語は始まったばかりだよ。任せ。
よっと。
She emits the ink-tinged mist at the archive.
戦利品か。冒険の褒美だと思って取っとけ。
Okay. Okay, this will probably be a good moment because this quest is gonna continue a bit longer. Probably a good moment to end it for now. We don't have any reason to spend though. But yeah. Gotta do Genshin though. Double check that I've done everything I wanted. Oh yeah, there's one more thing I need to do. The Miliastra weeklies. Penultimate reward here. That's nice. This time I will finish it within the patch it came out in. So yeah, we'll go to Miliastra and keep doing thingies. Because yeah, one more 4 out of 5 daily. So let's first go to the DPS test dummy and then we'll do the AFK stage over and over. So I've done it 4 times already, so that's 8 plays, right? So this will be 9. And then 10 here. And now we can just do Genshin while I restart this over and over. So we'll do 1 stage and then... There are 9 stages. Yeah, so we'll do 1 stage. Then retry the thingy. Way below 3.4. A lot of this lately. Still below, using this mat. Not really sure who could it be though. Sucrose? No, she uses this actually. It is a 1.0. Mondstadt. Bow. Could be Amber. Because bow or sword. And as for swords, it can be Kaya. Could be... Oh wait, it is Anemo. Why am I... It's just Jean. I didn't see it's Anemo for some reason. I was too focused on the material. Actually, probably no need for me to switch my view to the game every time. Orega boken ni dekakeru toki ni daitai koyu tenki nanda yo na. So when I head out for an adventure, the mood is kinda like that. Oh no, tenki is weather actually, not mood. Is it Bennett? Yes. Yeah, because it's probably his when it's raining quote. So whenever he heads out on an adventure, it's raining. Makes sense, makes sense. Let me just restart the Miliastra. No idea what this is. Maybe like Mizuki. Oh, it's a horse. It's Jibai. Yeah, I couldn't have guessed first try though. Too cluttered. Sarah. No. Fischl! Prides in der Verurteilung. So that will be 4 now. I need like 5 at most, right? Or 6. Quantum chance distincție. Wait, no it's not? Oh, it's Fushuan. You remember when Quantum and Imaginary felt like special types that were like rare? On purpose? Are, Saikin yoku kimi o mikakeru na? Doko de mikakeru katte? Sono oshiru wake ja nai n jan. I've been bumping into you a lot lately. Eh? Where I've been bumping into you? Like when I've been seeing you? I can't tell you this. Ehehe. It's like Silverwolf? There is no Silverwolf 99. Maybe like Black Swan? Oh, that's Sparkle, right? Yeah. Okay, Sparkle was supposed to be my next guess even before the voice actress. But this one I actually remember. Yeah, this should be the last game I need to restart, hopefully. This is... I don't know. Ashvale is an option, let's click him. No, it's not Ashvale. Maybe like Aglaya. What is this? Like some hyper beam? Is it Finon? Behold the King of Knights. Oh! Didn't expect Saber. This is Aglaya. No? Jiaoqiao? No, but he's not sword. Moon? Can't see? Moon? Sword? What? Huh? Do we have more blind characters? Other than... Maybe this doesn't mean that they are blind, but it should mean that they are blind, right? Other than Jiaoqiao and Aglaya. Anybody else? Also Moon? Moon. Oh, Jingliu, and she has a blindfold. She's not blind, but she wears a blindfold. Because whenever she sees people, she gets too angry. She sees people, she must kill people, so that's why she just covers her eyes. If I can say, I will not want to murder. Victoria housekeeping, so this is Serena. Easy. Okay, complete 15 matches done. And earn EXP. And claim all. And you can do a 10 pull. Or even 2 10 pulls. At least we got a funny emote. Oh, this should be it, right? Oh, I already had one of these. I guess I can have one for the other gender. Yeah, because I already have the girl one. Why does it say trial modified? And yeah, now I can craft this. Oh, because this is the name of the build. Yeah, because I can go manage plans. And I can do like new plan. And craft this. Because the girl already has it, right? Yeah. So we don't have to make a tough choice. And yeah, that's one of the better outfits actually. I like it. Oh, it didn't actually change the plan. Nobody's a horse anymore, by the way. We used to have horses everywhere. So I could do some more to like level up here, but that's, yeah, no need. So, thank you everybody very much for watching. This will be the end of the stream for today. I do have a stream every single day at 8 PM CEST, which is 3 hours before now. I will, you can join the Discord server to get notifications, to get stream notifications and the like. I will try to post the schedule for next week, either this evening or tomorrow. And yeah, most likely we'll be playing Starrail tomorrow. Or not most likely, we will be playing Starrail tomorrow. Then Genshin Tuesday, Zenless Wednesday. Sounds like what I will do. So, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you all tomorrow. Bye bye!